with your weekly update for July 6th. Every year on the 4th of July, we remember our founding fathers and the precious inheritance of freedom that they secured for us. Every year it seems we get further and further away from that birthright, but we still have much to celebrate. This country was founded on principles of freedom from overbearing rulers, onerous taxation, and the right to live our lives as we see fit. Our independence was won after decades and even centuries of abuses that unscrupulous, corrupted leaders and big governments visited upon their subjects. The founders knew there was a better way, and they forged it here on this soil. In the United States of America, the rights of the individuals were enshrined in the Bill of Rights. Today, government encroaches on those rights through countless provisions in numerous laws. However, how much worse off might we be had the founders not enumerated these rights in the highest law of the land? While it is true that many aspects of those rights have been redefined and watered down and will likely continue to be eroded, we can celebrate the wisdom of the founders and that at our very core, we as Americans still hold these rights dear. The American tradition of individual liberty and self-reliance still runs deep. In spite of the increasing nanny-state tendency that government has been gradually shoving down our throats. It is sad to see government seeking to completely replace the voluntary protections through families and charities that we have relied on throughout our history. Especially disturbing is the rhetoric of community and interdependence being employed by this administration to institute government as the great middleman for all health care and charity for which all citizens must dutifully sacrifice. This trend is not improving quality of life for Americans, but instead is greatly enriching the government bureaucracies that take a generous cut of all transactions in the welfare state. There still remains much resistance to cradle-to-grave government dependency and control. This spirit of fierce independence is a tribute to our founders and is a cause to celebrate. The majority of our founders believed in sound money, in part because they knew it kept government in check. Governments that are unable to expand the money supply and manipulate credit at will are unable to fund frivolous wars of conquest. Instead of adventurism abroad, seeking monsters to destroy, governments restrained by sound money are restricted to truly defensive wars that the people are willing to fight and to fund. Today, in spite of all the economic turmoil that fiat currency and military interventionism has caused, there is cause to celebrate. The demand to audit the Fed is quite encouraging. The truth about the Fed will put us one step closer to sound money and peace. Public outcry against the bank bailouts and the government power grab known as cap and trade proves that the spirit of liberty still lives. Part of our celebration on Independence Day should include a renewed determination to keep fighting the good fight for freedom. As long as government continually seeks to take liberties away, patriots need to keep fighting this ongoing war for sustained independence. Thanks for calling this update. A new update is placed on this number, 888-322-1414, every Monday morning. The written text can be found on my website, www.house.gov/Paul, under the heading Texas Straight Talk. Thanks for calling.